Hello, children. Is this on? Is this thing on? Hello? Is this thing on? Good. Better be on. Super long one. Hi, Aaron. First, I want to say thank you. I've been a follower and subscriber to your channel since 2016. I've enjoyed your content. It is on. Your red pill wisdom has helped to explain a lot of things that I experienced growing up, from my difficulties with women, dealing with HR, Kawanta, haha, shitty boomer bosses, even shittier Western civilization, and more. I dropped from 450 pounds down to 320 over the last 3 years. I've still more to lose. I have done this by diet and moderate exercise and should soon be at a place where I can safely exercise harder, have to watch the knees and heart, etc. I will admit most of my difficulties in dating came mostly, no, not mostly, all because you were fat. Mostly because of my undealt weight issues, poor self-esteem, and general condition of Western dating. No. All came from the fact you were 450 pounds. All. Today, though, I need help. A swift kick in my ass, of which I'm willing to pay for. He's not young, he's not old. And aside from the remaining weight that I need to lose in decent health. About 3 years ago, I was working at a white-collar office place. I had a total of 20 years experience in the industry, 10 of which with the said company. I decided to make a change, get my commercial driver's license, and get into trucking. This last year, frankly, has been hard, both attaining my license and then my first job. I took the financially dumb route and paid for my CDL education privately versus attending a company-paid and sponsored CDL program. All total, I spent $5,000 for the school plus months of living expenses to obtain the license. I was all set and excited 1 year ago before hitting a snag with backing. It took me 6 tries. Oh, you need to get back by then. Okay, so you got on your 6th try. I recently took a job driving a particular type of truck for a small startup company owned by several people. Basically, each owner handled separate aspects of the company. CEO. Okay. I'm trying to keep you anonymous as possible. I was literally handed the keys to my assigned truck and told trucking is learned by doing, and started making runs. I learned a big lesson the hard way. A little bit in, I had a driver negligent event which damaged the vehicle and caused it to be out of service for a while. I was given a dressing down by the CEO, but still had my job. I did own up to my mistake and apologize for it. The straw that broke the camel's back came a week later when I was told to take another truck and make a delivery. I did my pre-trip inspection of the vehicle, and malfunction codes started popping up. Long story short, I did not believe the truck was safe to drive. Expressed my concerns to the officer, not operating officer. Was told to take the truck back to the yard. Upon arriving, tried to call him, but kept getting voicemail. I sat in the yard for some time, but then became pissed, packed up my stuff, and head home, tired of having my time wasted. You don't work for startups. You consult startups and an egregious hourly fee. You do not work as a W-2 employee for startups. You just don't. You don't. Most people who start up businesses are lazy fucking tards. Say it with me, boys, again, boys and girls. You don't work for startups. You contract, you work at night, you work from home, you don't work for them. I fell asleep as I had not slept well the night before. After I woke up, I found out I'd been removed from the company's access and was unable to reach any of the 3 owners. The next day, I received a call from the HR tits informing I was to be held financially liable for the damage to the truck from the week prior. After I was informed of this call, she conveniently dropped it, and I was unable to reach her again. I resigned immediately thereafter by text message. Probably not the best. No, you got a record of it. That was a perfectly fine way to quit. Perfectly fine. You got an electronic record of it. She had the classic professional sounding voice and arrogant tone that has pissed me off so royally over the years. Yeah, they go to school for that. It's called Human Resources School. This is a Saturday. On the following Monday, I immediately filed a wage claim with the state, since it is legal for them to deduct the cost from my W-2 pay. Smart man. I did not hear from anyone at the company until the following Thursday, when I received a call from the CEO going over what he called facts. That I refused to load a truck, that I damaged his truck, and I owed him money for it, and that I resigned. I came back with, no, here are the facts, buddy. He's good for you. First, I did not refuse the load. You assigned me a truck with no mechanical issues. I was sent back to the yard and then given 6 days of silent treatment. Now I'm being told to refuse the load. If this goes on my record, I'm getting a lawyer and we'll talk about that. Good man. Good man. Second, you're not withholding my pay for damages to that vehicle. but you cannot withhold my pay for it. It's against the law, and I filed a wage claim as a result. There you go. He then stopped and assured me that the HR girl had done her research, advised him that HR will need to call the Washington State Occupational Board and get clarification on that before he does so. His any comments to me were, well, I have no issues with you as a driver. I can see now the kind of person you are. Oh, well, had I known the type of person you are. Oh, yeah, because your company's do so great. I would just accept your resignation and say this is not a good fit. HR will contact you later. HR called me the next day, a lot more humble than the last time, and advised me that I would indeed get my full pay. We could meet at Panera Bread to exchange the checks. Final info, return company property, etc. That was 3 weeks ago. Since then, I have been remiss to find another job, trucking or otherwise, even though I do need to do so. I'm tired of crap. I'm tired of dealing with HR folks who do not know the basic laws of operation. Dude, there's just one company. There's just one employer. Tired of dealing with bid-naz dude bros who have fucked up the economy. I'm tired of shady shit and that people like you, I'm in my 40s with the exception that you have your financial shit together. I still have much to learn. Yeah, but I went through all that shit when I was younger. What exacerbates my situation is that getting my CDL and my first job was delayed due to the Corona and ensuing lockdowns of state and government agencies. I was forced to liquidate an IRA and thus I owe taxes to the state and possibly the feds. So in short, I am at a place where I need to get a job. I don't want to because of dealing with years of corporate culture, management, and that bullshit, and saying nothing of the unpleasant HR kuanta haha. I'm basically out of fuel when it comes to patience with the boomer-inspired employment game. My original plan of getting the CDL was to go over the road, get paid to drive, and scout out places. I figure if I have to drive around to see what would work for me, I might as well get paid for it. Thus, I charge an arm and leg. I charge him just to read this, guys. I charge him just, and if you guys want to send me super lengthy things, I could charge you to read it too. Really need to get out of this state, preferably before the election, as I know my local town will erupt should Trump more than likely get reelected. I don't think Trump's going to get elected. I really don't. I could be wrong. I was wrong last time. I was like, oh, Clinton's got this in the bag. Honestly, I just need my ass swiftly kicked at this point. What I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. Do you have any kicking and encouragement, hopefully for me? Thanks for all you do. I have already recommended your book to some of the young people I know, and a couple have taken interest in it. We saved one for majoring in zoology. All right. Instead, looking at the military, you're doing great work, Anonymous. So keep you honest. All right, look, buddy. Why'd you give up the 20-year gig? Can you go back to that? You're fucked. You're just fucked, man. You're in the worst recession since the Great Depression. Artificial as it is, but people aren't hiring now. Okay? And you just got to keep on trying, but man, you chose the wrong time to give up the for sure thing to become a truck driver. And after you failed all those times, maybe it wasn't an idea that maybe you shouldn't be a truck driver. I don't care that you're tired. I don't care. That's the problem. That's why I hate boomers with such a, you really can't measure it. There's not enough energy in the universe to measure and say, well, that's one, googolplex of thermal units of measurement. It's just one clarity of intense hatred for the boomers because they put me through this for years. And you just got to suck it up. There's nothing else for you to do. You have to apply for jobs. You have to keep on going. And if you can't find a job or you can't get your old job back, now you got to go find and see if you can live with a buddy. Or you got to move back home. That's it. That's all there is. You don't have the money. You don't have a job. The people aren't hiring. Go collect unemployment. Go get your Trump bucks. Cut your expenses as much as possible. And that's all you can do. I don't have a magic solution. GDP collapsed by 33%, not annualized. It was not quarterly. It didn't collapse 33% one quarter. Annualized, it dropped by 33%. That's the worst data on record. It's the worst data on record. And I can't make the world change. And the only thing I can tell you is to get off your fucking ass and go apply for some jobs. I don't care what it is. Because you need to eat. You need a job. So you could go security guard. Probably. I will tell you another thing. Dude, as super awesome, you lost 80 pounds or something. Nobody likes fat people. Nobody. Oh, I know. We see it on the television. No one likes fat people. Nobody does. No one. And that's a huge disadvantage in your particular case. So, no one likes the big sweaty fat guy. No one likes the big sweaty fat girl, but we all lie and act like we do because that makes people feel good. And then women part with their money because Target sells plus size shoes. You have no choice. None. None. You can't join the military. You're too fat. You got to go back. Can you get your old job back? Probably not. Can you apply for any other job? You're going to have to sit and take inventory. And in the meantime, you're just going to either be collecting a check, living at home on the cheap, so you're just going to have to get by. And there's two things you can do to never have this happen to you again. One, lose the weight and never gain it back, because that's a huge disadvantage, no matter how unfair and unjust that truly is. Two, get yourself an invaluable skill. CDL, that's not invaluable. It's good, but it's not invaluable. People aren't banging down your door. And now you got, I don't know if you can even list this. I mean, I guess you have to list it if there was a black mark on your record, but still apply for truck driving. You got the license. You might as well do it. Only go with places that are insured. Don't go with fly-by-night schools. Go what? JB Trucking, John Hunt Trucking, J Hunt Trucking. Old English. There's several of them out there. Go apply. Apply for a security guard job if they'll take you. And do whatever job you can. But you're going to have to spend some extra time. Job is only 8 hours a day. Spend some extra time getting a fucking skill that's invaluable. I don't care if it's a CPA or programming code or what, but you're going to have to put in overtime. I don't care how much of the life and energy these boomer cocksuckers sucked out of you. I don't care how depleted you are. There's nowhere else to do. You can't do anything but keep climbing up. You've climbed up this cliff. It's straight sheer down. I'm tired. Well, you're going to die if you let go, metaphorically speaking. You have nowhere to go but up. And I don't have great options for you because you've really shot yourself in the foot here with having no skills. The best thing is to go back to your old job. You have your CDL, apply for truck driving places. In the meantime, cut your expenses, find a buddy you can live with, they're cheap, see if you can move back home. And, in your free time, in your spare time, go to Doors Coding School, learn how to program, dorscodingschool.com. Go and find something that you can and would generally maybe like to do that pays. That's it. I can't help you out more beyond that. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, AsselConsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles.